Good morning, everyone. This is Rafe starting off with something a little different. During my last run, I made some disparaging comments about Selen and Lexus, comparing them to Tia, and so I went and looked up and ended up finding these awesome charts that show the stat growth for each character. So, HP, we can see the car way out front, Guy way out front. Apparently Artie is actually better than Maxim at level 1, but Maxim pretty quickly gets up ahead. MP, Selen, Artie, but Tia's actually pretty consistent and holds her own until above level 80, which we're never going to get to. Keep in mind this is on a 1 to 100 scale. We're usually not getting past about this point. I just realized you can't see my mouse. Oh well. Strength. Buh. Dakar. And then Guy, Maxim. Apparently Lexus is next, but it's still much lower than the others. And apparently much higher than Selen, which I didn't realize. So agility is the main one that I was referring to here. And you can see this the blue one there is Artie, who is the fastest. But Tia starts out keeping pace with him, literally, and then ends up passing him. What is that? Probably like level 65. So it's a ways out. It's not something we're getting to. But that blew my mind. And Selen and Maxim, there's that cross point right there at the lower end where Selen starts out very slow, but around level 25. Okay, so she starts just skyrocketing at about level 16, which I'm pretty sure is when you get her in the original game, which might be why. Defense is based on their agility and strength, so makes sense that those same characters would be high. And then magic resistance. Artie's is crazy. And apparently that's where Selen is actually very good as well. She's the best at that, as well as MP. So, yeah. Just wanted to start off with that little demonstration. I kind of just tossed these in at the end of my my little document here. If you're ever wondering what notes I'm looking at when I'm going through one of these runs, I have this very simplified version that fits on one page, so I can just scroll through it. It's just green is good, red is bad, black are notes, goes down through each floor range, new things to look for, blue chest items that give agility or attack, the best attack magic in order, the best healing magic in order, and a few notes about other things that can be good. Enemies that can't be killed by the deadly weapons, and status effects that can be prevented by certain equipment. And then the notes that I had made about the different capsule monsters for that video. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the run. Okay, so with that in mind, we're gonna try a run with Dakar, Tia, and Artie. Do a quick change there. Let's see how this goes. So if you're just joining for the first time, this is our Iris run. We're trying to collect all of the Iris items. We are currently down to 2 remaining items. We've gotten our jelly kill, we've got that displayed. So at this point, we just need to get as deep in the dungeon as we can. And I think at this point, yeah, we'll go Gold Eyes. Get that defense up. And just for a change of pace, I'm gonna actually go Darby on this run. With all these blue chest items, the first few lures are pretty much a joke. And especially with starting out with 2 faster characters, Maxim's actually not slow, especially at the beginning as well. We should be able to pretty much just roll through anything before it gets a chance to act. So I'm hopeful that we can find something good without having to go too deep. I'm not holding my breath. The advantage of this party over something that I would normally do, we have a little bit more flexibility with our items because we have Tia. Having any of the female character, or either of the female characters, I guess, gives you a little bit more flexibility because they tend to have certain items that are only equipable by them. Not that it matters as much with the blue chest items. The biggest thing, though, is with a party that has 2 very fast characters, the deadly weapons become a lot more powerful, and you are much more likely to be able to run away. Also, just a very high chance of being able to have more than one character go before some of the faster enemies, which is very valuable, obviously. Okay. Nothing good so far. Nothing even interesting so far, which is surprising. Usually those first couple floors are at least interesting because you have the extra items added in. The first 10 floors are bugged, so they're the only floors that can have, like, certain kinds of armor, like helmets and shields. So usually they're very full of those types of items. Not this time. We did get Flash, which is gives us at least an attack spell, which is good for cores, and that's about it. There's our deadly sword already. Unfortunately, that is not the deadly we're looking for. Ideally, we would like deadly rot. Just because of the flexibility, I am not 100% sure Tia can use it, which does put a damper in my plans. However, I'm pretty sure that she can. And if she can, it's going to be worth it. Okay, if she can, and we find 2, and we find curse lifters. It's a lot of ifs. And the curse lifters aren't required unless we get to jelly. Honestly, if we get to jelly, one of my intentions there is to... Well, it would very much depend on what else we have. But this is actually a party that can do okay against the jelly, if we get that far. Not having Guy does put a little bit of a damper because of the way that the Gades blade works. But Maxim can use most of the equipment. I don't think he can use Gades blade, and we haven't gotten a Gades blade yet, so I'm less concerned than I would otherwise be. Maxim does have lots of good weapons that he can equip, and that's the important part. Not a good helmet, but it's a helmet. Ear Jewel. Pretty sure that that's equipable by Tia and that it's terrible. I could be wrong. I'm right. I forgot about the Agony Helms, so the Iron Helmet actually does not. Seeing Darby's design really makes me wonder what the intention, what the inspiration behind all of the capsule monsters was. It's one thing I've never actually really looked into, but especially some of them like Umi and Darby that have these very unique designs. I mean, even to an extent, you know, Sully starts as a radish. I assume they must be, like, my guess offhand would be Japanese mythology. You know, the radish design definitely makes me think of the Spirited Away, the radish spirit. And I could totally see something similar being, you know, that school of Japanese mythology, those, like, the that side of the kami, or the monster spirits. I could definitely see that being the inspiration. I mean, if you've ever seen something like Yokai Watch, Japanese monsters are weird, okay? I realize that I'm saying that from a completely Western perspective, and I'm sure that if you really stop and think about it, a lot of our monsters are weird too. But they're weird. The stranger thing with that to me is the fact that if those are where the inspirations come from, I'm a little surprised that there's so much Western influence in the monster designs. Comparatively. Like, the actual monsters you fight are pretty much all very traditional RPG. And then you have, you know, living soap suds, or whatever the heck's Fumi is supposed to be. Yeah, I think Darby's supposed to be like a little man made of plants, and you can kind of see like its hands and feet there. That's a mimic. Technically, we could probably get past a mimic. The big thing here is we do not have any good healing right now. Well, looks like we might not have a choice. So that actually provides a couple other choices here. I can't remember. Okay, they are going to start blue. And with the blue chest weapons, we should be okay. Awesome. Actually, with the blue chest items, we were faster than them, which is really good. Okay, tough hide. Lots of dead ends this floor. Floor 10. No more red mimics. Nothing exciting either. Honestly, that's a pretty quick, clean floor. I realize we missed a door, but not a ton. enough space there. Red cores. Yeah. Wasn't expecting that to work. Weak to fire. Hey, more cores. Maybe we'll get lucky this time. Honestly, we're in pretty good shape as far as our levels go anyway. So this is just gravy, but we'll take it. Nice. So getting to level 12 already is very good. It means we're a bit ahead of curve, and between that and the blue chest items, we are very safe right now. Lots of short floors here. You know, I've been talking about entering the stairs from the bottom this entire series, and I just got lazy, and there we go. Head first into the party room. Not like we're dealing with very, like, super high level treasure or something here, but we would like to make sure we get through all of these chests just for the sake of it. There's a pretty good chance that we're going to get something like a healing spell. Would be lovely. There's not actually a good chance of that, it's just a thing that I would like to happen. Let's be fair. Thank you, Darby. Destroy. That's not a bad spell to get. Bronze sword. we have gotten surprise attacked by 3 skeletons. Also, we just got surprise attacked by 3 skeletons. I was not paying attention. That's not even that good of a party room. It's more annoying than it was celebratory. I mean, most party rooms are. Party rooms meaning there's lots of treasure chests and enemies spawned into one room in a tight space. Honestly, they're probably some of the best rooms just from the perspective of... Okay, that's only guy in the car. Oh, we got a second bolt shield. That's good. Party rooms are honestly a lot of fun, because that's when you get to really try and weave through them. But they're also really annoying because they result in you doing things like getting sneak attacked by 3 skeletons. And some orcs. We have gotten surprise attacked by zombies. This is so bad. Revenge! Revenge against the skeletons and zombies. cloth armor. We're probably starting to get close to the point where we can do our first feeding of Darby. Because Transmaker is not great. Darby's very much a capsule monster that gets better the higher tier. I mean, obviously, all capsule monsters get better the higher tier you get, but Darby in particular doesn't start being good until you get him up to the higher tiers. Okay, that's a good start. Tier 2 is Wolfman. I don't think we're actually going to get up to the next tier right now. This is mostly just me clearing inventory at this point. Wolf Fang, Wolf Punch. Much better aggressive options at this point already. Okay. Easy peasy. Let's avoid those wingers. Do a little dance with them. Back around to this room. And we're already up to 20. That actually went pretty quick. Notable things for this run so far. I don't want to deal with that room. I would say one of the big notes that I'd have is this is actually not great so far. We have one deadly, and it's not the best deadly by any means. We have no pieces for taking out the jelly. We have no heals. Which is honestly probably the biggest problem there. Eventually we're going to need to heal. And technically something like the Holy Wings I just picked up could give us that. But it would require an IP effect, which requires, in that particular case, would require Tia to take enough damage, and her gut stat is terrible, so it takes her forever to build IP. Silvo Rapier. Camu armor, that's actually a good find. Much like the last run that I got all the way to the jelly with, part of it at this point is just I don't have any reason to leave. The only item I've found that's worth leaving, or that I would get to keep if I left right now, is the bolt shield, and it's not good. So we have no reason not to go until we die. Or until we find something better. That's a B. We'd prefer not to deal with that. What the heck? Does opening the door count for that? Or are we getting blocked? Purposely guiding those lizards over towards that B to kind of block the way. Second miracle, that's good. Miracles can be used to resurrect people. So we don't have any resurrection spells. We're down to 1. We just used our 1 regain. We've got 2 miracles. Of course, there's another regain as soon as I mention it. I'd really just rather get some healing magic. Apparently this is the frog floor. Luck Rapier is a cursed weapon. Another launcher. Another deadly sword. Which, deadly sword, I believe out of the people we have, only Maxim can use. So it's really not worth using right now. If we end up, depending on where we end up, it is definitely possibly worth using. There we go. This just became a real run. Stronger is the mid-tier healing spell. Oh my gosh, perfect. And a healing tile. And another regain. And an accidentally walking into evil fish when trying to avoid them. Luckily, we're very fast. And we have a free heal spot right around the corner. You know what? Fine. I won't complain about my regains anymore. Just stop. Stop it, game, please. Okay. That's a blue mimic. Still haven't enough levels at this point that I'd be okay. It's a really awkward spot for us. That guy moves at a that guy moves perpendicular to you, so when I want him to, I would have to move down to get him to move away from me the way I wanted. Sometimes I just think this game mocks me. Like when I got 3 Dakar blades on the run without Dakar. Trolls, that was a blue mimic. Awaken, probably the worst spell. The good news is blue mimics don't move. The bad news is that just means it's even more embarrassing that I ran into one. Their frenzy attack is very powerful, and if more than one of them were to use it, it would very easily... I mean, it does a lot of damage. And when they're in a group of 4 like that, if all of them were to use it, we would be in trouble. Dragon. Okay, no more blue mimics at least. Another set of Camu armor. If we get stuff to go with it, that's not bad. It gives a boost to attack, so if you have attack-based weapons, when you're fighting the jelly, it can add up. Small buffs add up. Lunar Bear. Probably should have had maximum T attack controls. Would love to get a... Would love to get our hands on something worthwhile here, like a good blue chest pull. But luckily we're survivable enough at this point to go deeper, which is fine. I mean, at this point, we have so few Iris treasures left that I'm not super surprised that we haven't found anything. It does, I mean, basically, at this point, we have about a quarter the chance of finding one that we did starting out, because there used to be 9, and now there are 2. And it just removes them from the pool. It doesn't... It's not like the spot it gets filled back up with the other Iris treasures or something. It's just gone. Garbust. These last two floors have been awful. Like one treasure chest and that's it. That one used Flame Defender, so intentionally having Maximentia not attack it. Those little movements are really my favorite part. Another teleporter. Fortunately, that guy just got into a weird in-between space. Hey, we got him out. Awesome. Technically, teleporters can cross between rooms. They're the only enemies who can, but it's only like as you're moving through the doorway if they get their teleport triggered. Okay. Definitely getting into the realm of I wish I had deadly rods. Like, yes, we still took that out in one round, but it was a lot more work. And that's only because we got lucky and Dakar's element worked out to one-shot one by himself. That was not what I was trying to do. Okay, I think my goal is going to be to get down to 41 in this video, and then we'll call it. That feels like a good stopping spot. Oh good! Assassins! They're charging right at us, like they do. Not quite fast enough. I'm a little surprised. The assassin-type enemies are weak to light, so hitting them with Zap is totally reasonable, if expensive. And... oh. I thought that was 40. I was wrong. Math is hard. Okay. So, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.